Today, we'd like to find new ways to get healthy. Joining us today is Abby Wilson, who's a registered nurse and dietitian at Portneuf Medical Center. And we're in a new month. We're in the month of March, and March is National Nutrition Month. What are some of the things that you're doing to kind of celebrate this month?
Yeah, so this month is a theme for Beyond the Table.
Okay.
So often we might think about sustainable nutrition, but we also think about the relationship with food you might have. So how are you doing with that?
Let's talk a little bit about the relationship with pizza. Like see, I even a Freudian slip there. I said relationship with pizza. I have a very good relationship with pizza.
Okay.
What are some of the foods that we should have healthy relationships with, and maybe some we could say, you know, swipe left on?
Sure. I think that's a great question. You know, I think there's room for everything to fit. A good idea might be an 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time we're looking for those nutritious foods that fuel us, keep us happy, keep us healthy, and then looking at that 20% emotional happiness and nourish that a little bit. And that's where your pizza would fit.
Okay, and so this is fantastic because you're not saying no. You're not saying, hey, no more delicious deep crust Chicago style pizza for you, Matt. Just, you know, you have to have moderation. You have to have, like you said, a healthy relationship. Let's talk a little bit about emotional eating, because I know this is something that affects me a lot. Is like, you know, I get in certain moods. It's like I got to grab something to eat, and it's usually not the healthiest. You know, it's usually D12 on the old vending machine. But what are some things like, if we have that, if we have kind of an emotional relationship with food, we can change out some things, can't we, to make it a little bit healthier?
Yeah, so I think first of all is making sure that you nourish yourself throughout the day, respond to your hunger cues. If you are starving, you're likely going to overeat in those moments. And then I tell my patients to ask 3, try 3. Are you physically hungry? If the answer is no, let's do something else. If you are, go ahead and eat. If you're not, checking in again and saying, okay, so what is it that I really need right now? And then go try something. So,
I've heard of things where people will go into their house and they'll kind of take the bags, the chips and everything, and then replace it with like almonds or healthy nuts or things like that, so that when you do grab for something, it's a little bit healthier. Now, you're having a class. Tell us a little bit about the class that's coming up.
Yeah, so we partner with the Healthy City USA, and we do a healthy living course. But this spring is very specific to groups that are 65 and older. So we're looking at that healthy aging into your silver and golden years.
Okay, so if you're 65, you can't really like college days where you eat a whole pizza at one sitting. You have to change things up a little bit.
You should,
Your nutrition needs change.
Yes, specifically around protein. Yeah, so eating somewhere around 20 grams of protein 3 times a day can help with your muscle when you age.
Fantastic. And you can get information on the class at Healthy City USA Facebook page. Abby, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.